Okay, Ian Dyer, welcome. Thank you for your time. 2-0 win at home against Chippenham. You can't really ask for much more. It was quite a professional performance, really, wasn't it?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. It was, we're really pleased with the first half performance, especially. I think we came in. I think the way we played was back to what we do really well. I thought, you know, our energy and our work rate off the ball. We won a lot of second balls in the midfield. We created a lot of openings from open play, which is also another positive and something we want to do. And also I think we had a real big threat, which showed from set pieces as well, which is obviously something that's been probably added to the team with Moose's arrival as well. So yeah, I think first half really pleased. Second half, it's always going to be the case. Listen, Chippenham's management have just come off and said what a tough game it was for them, and for them to say that they're a team that are really hard to play against. You know, they've had some good results this year. They'll be up and around pushing for playoffs. You know, they'll be looking to sneak in if they can. So always a difficult game to play them, and for them to say that about us today, I think says a lot. So yeah, although the second half probably wasn't as easy on the eye for the supporters to maybe to watch, I think, like you said, a professional job. Kept a clean sheet, which is important. Kept their attack relatively quiet. I think Rossi's had a really good save to make at the end. Other than that, not a lot. I think that says a lot about the way we performed today, which is great.
And in terms of the set pieces, we seem to have discovered a long throw.
Yeah, I mean, it was something we've known about Greg's long throw for a while, to be fair. Something in training. It was a bit of a kind of a laugh at the start of training a while ago, and the boys were just practicing, and we were just, you know, looking for another option really. So I think at this stage of the season it's important, if you're going to win promotion, you've got to score goals. That seems an obvious thing to say, but anyway you can increase your chances of getting opportunities to score, it's something we're willing to look at. So obviously with Moose coming into the team and Ben in there as well, it gives us that option to set things up and to get, you know, more deliveries into the box from that as well. So Greg does it well. You know, I think he's probably kept it a secret from us for most of the season, but it's good time to have that, you know, extra dimension to our attacking play, and it's certainly something we're going to use. And
both Gehring and Dyer had chances. I mean, a lot of flick-ons, and then if there was I don't know if it's a criticism or just it just didn't fall for us, but in the first half there were a few chances that we could have put away.
Yeah, I just don't. We were probably lacking being clinical enough. I think if we were ultra critical the first half, we should have probably come in, no disrespect to them, 4 or 5 goals up. Things in and around the box. We got into some good positions in behind them. And like you say, off the flicks, and a lot of the time off the throw-ins in the corners. When you've got 2 big lads like that, you're not always going to score off the first kind of contact. It's always going to be the second one, like happened for Heidi's goal, the header at the back post. So we've got to make sure the other players are alive as well, and not just relying on the 2 boys to get on the end of everything. But I think Musa especially probably had a couple he'd probably, you know, be disappointed with, and he said that in there, and he'll get better at that as well. But like I said, it gives us another dimension, and with certain conditions of games and pitches and weather conditions like today, it gives you that added kind of bit in your kind of arsenal to go and attack and score a goal. So it's definitely a positive thing. That was a positive we took out of today, actually, as well as the play.
And was the substitution at half time, was that enforced, or was Jake Hyde, or was it thinking ahead? Or
no, Heidi quite early probably in the game started to say his hamstring was a bit tight. We managed to get through it, and obviously the goals helped him do that. And you know, he's disappointed, he didn't want to come off, but it was one of those things we felt as a team with the physios as well, that he wouldn't have been able to continue, and if he had, it would have probably caused more longer term damage. So precaution, well, I mean, I say precaution, it was forced on us because he couldn't have played on at that stage with any sort of mobility really. So it was definitely something that was enforced on us, and obviously gave Harvey his opportunity. And the same with Armani, you know, another disappointment one. He obviously went down in and around the technical area on the AstroTurf there and landed on his shoulder. So again, I think he's jarred his shoulder. Fingers crossed, and I think he'll be okay for Tuesday. But obviously he had to come off as well. So you know, disappointed when you get those things. But I thought, you know, to deal with both of those injuries and to carry on and play the way we did, you know, says a lot about the boys coming on.
And in the commentary, we were saying that Scott Durajayi had probably, it feels as though he's beginning to find his feet. You know, it's a sort of, it's not a very spectacular role, but he just tidies things up, doesn't he? And he's strong. He's
he goes by Olu, not Scott. He won't like who's been called Scott.
Well, I know that's. I am a little bit confused about that. I don't know what. I don't know. Anyway, we call him Olu.
He goes by Olu, but yeah, no, I think he did great today. I think he did. Him and Armani really set the tone for everything that was positive about us in the first half. I thought it's been difficult. The games he's obviously come into, his first 2 games for the club have been Truro away and Hungerford away. Now, you know, tough games and tough places to go. So it's great for him to obviously get his home debut here and for the crowd to see what he's all about. And he will do that. He's energetic, he's athletic, he will, he will tackle, he will win balls in the middle of midfield, but he's also got the composure and the quality to start attacks and get us playing again, which is important. So yeah, I thought we were really pleased with his performance today, as well as Armani's before he came off.
And finally, today was just a good 14-man performance, I would say. But looking ahead to Oxford, a couple of days and we're back at it.
Tough, yeah. I think they've had a defeat today and a high goal-scoring game there. So it's always a strange game going there because of the surface. It's a slightly different 3G kind of surface to what the other games we've had in terms of Eastbourne and Slough. So tough place to go always. It's a game we want to obviously win. It's obviously a game we're going to get out in front in terms of us and Torquay, so it's important we go and get a positive result. I think for everyone, the boys have certainly given themselves more confidence, I think, and a bit of momentum, which is going to be important when you talk about 9 games to go. I think we need to start getting some momentum back, and the performance today would have done that. It could give us a lot of confidence as well going there. And listen, it's no different to what Dowson we've been saying all season. We want to win every game. It won't change because it's because it's got us 3 points clear at the top of the league. It's another game. It's the next game, a tough game, but a game we're going there to win.
Brilliant. Thank you. Thank you for your time. All the best.
Thank you.